Hi, Carrie. I'm Ryan. Come on in. Have a seat wherever you like.
Oh, sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just tripped. Got some tall boots on today.
Oh, all right. So what brings you in today? How are you doing?
I'm all right, I guess. I'm just nervous to be here. I don't really like to talk to people, but I'm doing okay, I guess.
Well, I don't really like to talk to people either, so I guess I'm probably in the wrong profession, and you're probably pretty anxious about being here, but I think we only have a half hour, so we'll get through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So what's been going on?
I've been drinking a lot more lately. I have been going through a couple of different jobs. My ex-husband won't let me see my kids because he thinks I'm an alcoholic. I've just had a lot of stress on my plate lately, which only makes me want to drink more. But he just tells me what a bad mom I am, and I feel like I just can't get out of this hole. I can't get a job and make money. I can't do anything right.
So are you guys divorced, or what's the situation?
Yeah, we were married for 5 years, and what was I saying?
You were saying that you've been married 5 years. I asked you what your situation was about your divorce.
Oh, okay. Sorry, just really nervous.
Yeah.
So we were married for 5 years, and we've been divorced now 10 years. But my ex-husband got my kids because I like to drink, go out with my friends. So he got my kids, and I'm supposed to see them every other weekend, and they've decided that they don't really want to see me anymore because sometimes I can't make it. Sometimes I'm at work and I just can't make my visitations. So sometimes and now my kids don't even want to see me. So, and now my husband doesn't want them to let me see them. So I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of stress. I mean, going through jobs and stuff, that's recent stuff. The divorce stuff is a while ago stuff. Mm-hmm. And the not seeing your kids is kind of right now stuff. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like that's probably painful. You've been using a little bit of drinking is the drinking why they don't want to see you, why he doesn't want to, or what?
I don't know why they don't want to see me. My daughter's 12, my son's 14, and I always do everything for them. When I see them, when I get to pick them up, I go buy them stuff. I mean, I go play ball with them, and I go do all these things with them. But I don't know why they wouldn't want to see me. Maybe their dad's talking crap about me. I don't know.
So, it sounds like you suspect that he might just be making you sound like an evil witch or something, really turning them against you. 12 and 14, though, typically they got decent self-awareness. You ask them? You talk to them about it?
Yeah, they tell me, Mom, you're just drinking too much, and, all you do is buy my love, but, you don't really want to do what it takes to be a parent. Well, because I haven't been able to afford child support. So that's another thing, is I think their dad's telling them, well, your mom's not paying any child support, so, that he has to pay for all their school stuff and whatever. So I think that's where my kids are getting angry, because they know that right now I'm in between jobs, so I can't afford child support.
Okay.
So that's probably what they're mad at.
So your 12-year-old daughter, right, and 14-year-old son are saying, Mom, when we come over, you're just drinking. You're just buying stuff for us, but you're not there for me.
Yeah.
So that's what you're hearing from them. Mm-hmm. But you're thinking, my ex is turning them against me. I'm not paying child support. So they're thinking that you're a deadbeat. Your idea is like, they think I'm a deadbeat, he's turning against it. But when you hear it from the kids, and they're old enough to know, they're telling you that you're just trying to buy stuff for us, and you just drink when we're at your house. Mm-hmm. So you got two things there. What you hear directly from your kids, mm-hmm. and what you kind of think is happening, what you're guessing is happening. So really, truly, do you believe your kids when they say that it's the drinking and the just buying them stuff? And it doesn't sound like they're feeling real love they're supported when they come over. So.
Well, like I said, I don't really understand how. I mean, I feel like I just do everything for them. Whenever I have an extra couple dollars, like I said, I'm not working right now, so if I can make some little bit extra money, I'm always buying them stuff when they come over. And so I don't know what else they need. It hurts my feelings that they say, you know, that I don't support them or go to their football games and that kind of thing. You know, sometimes I don't have a vehicle. I don't even have the money to put gas in my car. But yeah, I mean, I try. I do the best I can do. You know. Drinking helps me get by. It helps me go from day to day.
So you're doing your best, you know. If you got an extra $10, man, and those kids are over, you're taking them out for ice cream or whatever you guys do in your family. You're doing your best, you know. And those guys, you're not really sure what else you can do. You're doing the best. You can't make it a game sometimes. Car, you know, money doesn't come out of thin air. You know, what's the job situation like? You know, when you're looking, in my business, when you're looking at a scale of stressors in your job, that's a pretty big stressor. So what's going on there?
Kind of the same sort of thing. I mean, I know what you're going to say. I got all these different directions pointing at me, telling me I'm a big drunk, but that's my bosses. You know, that's what they say. They tell me, you know, you're drinking too much, you're not showing up for work, or you're calling in sick, and you know, most of the time I am drinking, or sometimes I'm hungover and I can't get up to go. But again, I mean, I got a lot of stress in my life, and so, you know, kind of just in between jobs, and I worked at Bank of Commerce, and they fired me, and then I went to work at D11's bank, and you know, nobody trusts me working at a bank because they think I'm going to steal money and go buy booze with it. So, I mean, I'm trying to get a job right now, but there's not really much out there.
So one of your goals is to try to get another job, and it sounds like one of your goals is just to get your visitation back with your kids.
Yeah.
And you're hearing, like, it sounds like even your bosses like explicitly said, you know, you're drinking a lot, we can't have you here. And the kids are saying, Mom's drinking when we come over. You're doing your best. Your drinking is your way of coping with stress.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't think you're alone, to be honest. We live in a big world, and there's a lot of people who drink to cope with stress. There's a lot of people who don't drink to cope with stress. Can you think of a time in your life where you've been stressed out, you haven't turned to booze?
My drinking got really worse when I got my divorce 10 years ago. So my husband says that that's why he divorced me, because I was drinking too much around the kids, and he didn't want that around the kids. But, you know, he was pretty controlling, and he was pretty abusive. And so when he left, I mean, I still love him. I still love him a lot. But when he left, it was like, that was it for me. I didn't have nothing left. And so I just drank my sorrows away. And so it's kind of gotten worse. And I get it. I mean, it is kind of a problem. I see it affecting different parts of my life. But, you know, what do I do about it? I don't have my kids in my life. I don't have a job. I don't have anything to look forward to. So.
Yeah. So right now, what's precious to you? What do you really hold dear in your life?
Just my kids. That's
Your
all I
kids.
care about.
So what's it going to take to get that visitation back?
Well, they gotta want to see me first. I don't know how to make them want to see me, but I mean, I guess it'll help if I start paying child support, and maybe their dad would think differently, and you know, maybe persuade the kids to come with me every once in a while. Maybe that would start.
Yeah. So get the job thing figured out. Get on the child support thing. Man, because you actually said these words, like you said to me, like you're gonna say it's the drinking. So if kind of like you might speak for me and say, oh, the counselor is gonna say it's about the drinking. What do you say it's about? You know, because we got these two things. We got the kids and the job, and you feel like the jobs will draw the kids back in because you get child support, and then
Well, I think I think that it is somewhat to do with the drinking. I just don't know if I'm ready to quit yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that my drinking's a problem. I don't know how to quit. I can't, there's been times that I've tried to quit and I'll stop drinking for a whole day or 2 days and I got the shakes and my heart starts beating real fast and I start sweating. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. And I've heard that I can have a heart attack if I just stop, but I don't have the thousands of dollars it takes to go to a treatment place. So, that's if I want to quit for my kids and when I do try, that's what I have to go through. I have to go through all this feeling like shit and, all that stuff.
Right.
So I don't know how to start, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. It sounds like, I've heard you say, I want to quit, I want to try. And I think that's great. That's awesome. You know what? I believe a lot in the power of words. And just the fact that you're able to say, I want to quit, I want to try. I've tried before, it's hard. You know what you're talking about when you come in here. You know what? And I really appreciate that. That takes a lot of courage. And it sounds like you've physically gone through a lot of pain just to get through that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I try. Just seems like nothing I do is good enough.
Okay. Do you have insurance? Do you have any sort of insurance? I know you're not working. Can you get on Medicaid or anything like that?
Maybe. I haven't tried.
What I'm kind of getting at is if we can get you in with a doc and we can see maybe kind of what we can do with some of the docs here. You're right about it being dangerous to quit drinking. It sounded like you've heard that. And if you go cold turkey, there's definitely some dangers. We can get into a doc and kind of maybe come up with a plan on how to do that. There's a lot of things. You're not the only person in the world who's tried to quit. And in the future, you want to be there for your kids. So we can get together with some people. And if that's really what you want to do, other people have done it. And other people have had a really, really hard time. And if they can do it, I think you can do it for your kids because they mean more than anything to you in the world.
They do. They do. They mean, I'm willing to try anything. That's why I'm here. I guess I just didn't know the route to take. I can't go through the feeling like crap every time I try and quit, and my kids are disappointed in me. That's the last thing I want my kids to be. I want my kids to be proud of me. I want them to think I'm the world's best mom, and I shouldn't have lost custody in the first place. Dumb judge gave my kids away to my ex-husband because he thought he was a better parent, and that's not true. I'm a good parent.
I believe you can be a good parent. I believe you want to be a good parent, and I believe that you being here right now is taking that first step for change to try to be a good parent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's awesome.
But I drink it's weird. Sometimes I drink 12 to 24 beers a night, and I don't even feel like it affects me any differently. I know normal people should be probably dead after 24 beers.
Yeah.
But it's I have to have that much in order to be able to forget all my stresses, forget the fact that I don't have a job or any money or any gas in my car or anything. Sometimes I have to drink that much to forget about it all. But I don't feel like I'm falling over or anything.
Yeah.
I wake up the next day and sometimes I have a couple more drinks, but it's not like I'm drinking all day, every day. Most of the time it's, toward the evening that I drink.
Yeah. So you're just maintaining really off a 12-pack or so?
Yeah.
So you're just, it's not, so, I mean, is that a lot for you, or is that a lot, or is that average? Or?
That's about average. 12 pack is about average. Like I said, I could drink up to 24, if I could space it out long enough, but 12 pack a night is probably pretty close to what I drink. I mean, does that sound excessive?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Just asking you, say if you took a group of 10 people and ask them, what happened to them if they drank a 12-pack? What do you think?
I guess it sounds like quite a lot.
You think they would be like, oh wow, I'd be on the floor after a 12-pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't start out that way either. I used to just drink a couple beers and I was feeling good enough. Like I feel at a 12-pack right now, so most of my friends can't drink as much as me.
So a couple used to do it. Was that just back before the divorce? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a couple did it, and then a couple wouldn't do it, so a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're here today, and man, just trying to get those kids back and get you on track with some employment. It sounds like you worked at some banks.
Yeah.
And that's pretty responsible
And
position.
I like banking. I've never been in trouble with the law or anything that they, I probably can't go back to the places that I was working because they don't trust me now, but I still would like to stick in banking and, I look around and I don't see anything and, like I said, a lot of times I don't have gas in my car to go find a job, so.
Right. So, banking's okay. You like banking, you've been in banking, you probably can't go back to the places that you've been. So, what would have to change for you to get a job, say, what's a reasonable amount of time, do you think, to get back in someplace?
I need something soon, because
So
I'm don't have any
yeah.
money. Like in the next couple of weeks, I'd like to be working.
So you're putting out resumes, you're, probably stuff close to your house, or you got any transportation, any buses or anything like that, friends that could bring you to an interview or anything?
Yeah, I have a best friend that could probably take me. I haven't even asked her because I don't want to be a hassle. So, when I don't have gas or something, I just usually don't go that day. But I typed up my resume, but I haven't taken it anywhere yet. So.
Yeah. Okay. Can you name me? It sounds like you've typed up a resume. You have a friend that could give you a ride. What's a couple things that could change to get the ball rolling towards a job here? You need a job pretty quick. It sounds like that's a pretty big factor in getting your kids.
Yeah, is there like
to
any,
visit with you.
so that I don't have to bug people, is there like any sort of transportation place that I can call and, maybe the state will help me out? Like you were saying, Medicaid for insurance, maybe they have some sort of something that can drive me places to help me get a job until I get some money to put in my car and stuff.
Yeah, there's navigation downtown at the state building. They'll do emergency stuff. And you know what, honestly, there's a lot of support in even this small town, small city for people who are looking for jobs. There's Workforce Investment Act program and stuff like that. And they can get you some money. They can actually, they'll spend money on gas, they'll help you fix your car. I've had people work through that. So is that maybe a step? If I get you the contact information, is that something you'd like to do?
Yeah, absolutely. That would help a lot. I think that would be what I need to start this process of trying to get my kids back.
Okay. And now I'm not trying to like put you down or nothing, but if you go in there with like booze on your breath or anything, like I know the folks over there, they're not gonna turn you away, say I don't want to see you again, but they're just gonna say you need to come back later.
Could you smell the booze on my breath right now?
A little bit. I notice you stumble a little bit, but you seem here enough to be in our session. And actually, that's funny. That's something that crossed my mind. I seen you stumble, and then you said, "Oh, that's mine." You got high heels on, so. But yeah.
Well, I just had one beer because I was really nervous before I came, so I'm not like drunk. Kind of maybe like from the night before. I'm feeling a little bit from last night, but I just had one beer to get me here because I'm just so nervous. I don't like to talk to people, especially about the kids and stuff. So.
Right. So what would it be like to come in here without that beer?
It might be easier now because I kind of got to know you and you seem really nice. But I didn't know if you're just going to be on me and agreeing with my ex-husband and my kids and I don't need any more of my self-esteem, any more problems with my self-esteem. So I didn't know how it was going to be, and so maybe next time I don't need to because you seem like a nice guy.
All right, so like just you had a beer to deal with it, and I could kind of sense that. But like I said, you seem together, you seem fine. Considering, but you go over there, right? Job service, you got, you smell like alcohol, and you're gonna get turned away. So like, how do you deal with that? Like, because they're nice people. Like I know those guys. Like I can give you specific people. We can make an appointment, so you know that you're going to be going to see a lady who won't put you down and has your best interest. and wants you to get back with your kids just like I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wants you to have your visitation. So, you know, I wonder if you can cope with that anxiety, like to go in there without a beer, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I can do that.
Okay, so like how would that look? Like what time would you want the appointment for or something like that?
Probably early in the morning as much as possible, because when it gets to the afternoon, I want to have my drink. So probably if I went early in the morning, as early as possible, then, you know, I could get up and get showered and go then.
So if we get you more early morning, do you get the shakes and stuff like in the afternoon? Oh, okay. So we're getting in there before the shakes, maybe a good breakfast, and get over there and talk to those folks.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah, and then, I mean, is there any place in town that maybe I could talk to people, like, just, that I didn't feel so alone? I feel like I don't have anybody to talk to. I mean, I now have you, but, you know, even my friends don't understand what I'm going through, because they don't have children that they've lost and, you know, that they love with all their heart, and yet they can't see them. So, I mean, what can I do?
So it sounds like you feel like there might be some groups out there. Do you have any ideas? Do you know anybody who's going to them? It sounds like you're aware, at least aware that there's such a thing. So.
Well, I kind of heard about it, but I don't know anything. I really don't know. I don't know anything about them. I want to feel like I can have someone to talk to that, you know, will be able to understand my point of view and not be down my throat all the time. And I guess I need a true friend that I can sit and talk to. I mean, do you have any ideas on that?
I mean, we facilitate groups here twice a week. It's a little bit different crowd. It's not an alcohol crowd. It's a drug crowd. So I don't know if that really fit. And of course, you know, everybody's heard of AA and stuff like that. So, I mean, how do you feel about AA or something like that?
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything or whatever.
Yeah.
So
maybe something like that. Maybe that would help.
Yeah. So that's great. I mean, it sounds like you know, you're willing to go over and check up on getting some help through the job service. And like I say, the government's big on getting people back to work, you know. Somebody who's got a job is a taxpayer and they're productive and much less likely to get into trouble. So there's money out there for you there. The fact that you're willing to work is like awesome.
Yeah.
So that's great. And the fact that you're so motivated to get those kids back is awesome. You're in here. It sounds like you're even open to AA. Yeah, that's a great program. They'll provide you with a sponsor. You get a lot of support out of your groups if you can get kind of plugged in with the right people.
Okay.
And once again, we can get you information on that. We can get you information on SOWK Rehab. You got the groups here, but I don't know that that's like I said, it's more of a drug addictions group. But yeah, we can get you resources. I guess the cool thing about like AA is it doesn't cost anything.
Oh, yeah,
So.
that's a benefit.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't
Especially
afford anything.
yeah, if you don't have gas money or whatever.
Yeah,
So.
well, that's good. And so do you think that my kids are going to want to be with me after this? Like, what's it going to take for them to trust me again? I mean,
Well, you mean I can just tell you what I heard you say. Would you like me to? Yeah, I mean I heard you say like they're just like, Mom, we're coming over and you're drinking and you're just trying to buy us stuff to make up for that. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So I mean you told me that.
Okay.
So I mean just I guess just run that through your mind a little bit.
Maybe I need to stop buying them so much stuff, and maybe I just, you know, once I get a job and I get some gas and stuff, maybe I can start going to his football game, my son's football games, my daughter's dance recitals, and, you know, maybe that's what they need. They need more of me there than they need, you know, all the stuff that I buy them. And, I mean, I guess I can get that now that you've explained it to me. It makes more sense.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up. You're not the only person who's been through this. You're willing, it sounds like you're willing to commit to going and getting some help at SOWK Rehab, and you're willing to commit maybe to a little bit of AA, go in there, meet some people, get a sponsor. I mean, you're on the right track. I mean, you don't don't focus on that rear view mirror, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're here to help you, there's supports in the community to help you, so I think, you know, if you're set to change for what you love and, you know, for your kids and get the job going,
Yeah.
I think you're on the right track, and I'll see you next week.
Okay, I'll do that. Great, thank you.
You're welcome.